What's going on, fam? Lucky Murray here, Minor League Basketball. Today, we're talking about a different league today. I want to talk about the American Basketball Association, or the ABA 2000, as it's usually known as. Do not get this league confused with the old ABA that was established in the 60s and the early to mid 70s. The owner, I believe his name, who founded this new league, Joe Newman, brought the licensing rights to the ABA and launched in 1999. So this is probably the more older semi-pro league in America, and this is typical. This is, to me, a lot of what the TBL, which is the basketball league, is doing when it comes to this blueprint. The ABAs is used to coming into markets and flooding the markets. I think at one point in time, the ABA had over 100 teams playing between America, Mexico, and I think some parts of Canada. It was crazy. But I want to talk about what is the American Basketball Association. And like I said, they brought up in '99, so this is probably one of the more older teams, semi-pro leagues in America. The problem with the ABA is the fact that there are so many teams. There are so many teams. There are so many organizations. There's so many different things like that. The fun fact: the Arkansas Rimrockers, who was a part of the ABA first, end up joining the NBA G League, and they're not a team no more. But it's a lot of flip flopping. So a team that gets unhappy with the ABA, they end up joining the TBL right now, or they end up joining a particular league. So let's talk about the positive things that is known for the ABA. One is well established. If you can get on a team, the team that was probably one of the most staples in the ABA was the Jacksonville Giants. They're no more. They morphed into the Jacksonville 95ers, who is in the TBL. But if you could get on a team that has great ownership, if you get on a team that has a great schedule, and it kind of got a little funky rules to it, it could be a great way to continue your basketball journey. I am a big component of playing semi-pro basketball. If you are not getting any offers from overseas, G League or whatever, semi-pro is a great option. It's a start. It's a grinder, but you can come out the side better than what you came in before. I think another thing is that it do have an established, pipeline where you're playing in there. You can play in the Final Four. They have All-Star games, and they have different levels of competition. I've seen some ABA games, and it looks like the local men's league down the street from where I'm at. And I've seen some that has high level basketball play in there. We had an ABA team back in the day in Greenville called the Greenville Galaxy. I think they played like 3 years and they folded. The owner was, it is what it is. But I think that you can play if it's well established. And I think the third thing is that you continue your journey. That's the main thing. You continue your journey. There have been cases where, like Matt Barnes, a guy who went played for the Bakersfield Jam, ended up getting a D League at the time contract, ended up signing to the Sacramento Kings, and the rest is history. There have been guys who have gotten overseas deals or G League deals from the ABA. The bad side, man. You may be playing on a team that's a flake. A lot of people think that, oh man, I can make a basketball team. I can do basketball. I can play professional basketball. And they don't have a slightest clue of what basketball or professional basketball is all about. So I think that we have too many guys with hoop dreams and have NBA dreams, hopes and dreams with a escort budget. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't get their financial straight. They got enough money to join the league. I think they charge $2,500. They don't have enough money to rent the facility for the whole year. They don't even have money for the jerseys. They don't even have a budget to travel, let alone have a DJ, let alone have a videographer, let alone have a general manager, somebody that can run the company. it's so many. It's usually these teams are one man armies. They're the head coach, the GM, the director, all these different things like that, and they get burned out with a 20-game schedule because they don't know how to stretch out 10 games, 10 games. So most of these teams will fold, and the team that you're playing on right now probably will fold unless they have a situation where they've been developed for a while. Another bad thing is the ABA doesn't have the greatest track record when it comes to just teams being in markets. I'm not saying the stables. A lot of stables have, but there's a lot of semi-pro teams that are great teams. They do great for their community and they've been around for years. But there's a lot of teams who don't pay the venues, don't pay people, close shop, and you never hear from them again. And I think that because the entry level to the ABA is so low, if you want a team, you can have one critically if you got $2,500 and attend some of these tournament these ownership meetings. You can have a team. However, I just think that the ABA is one of those leagues that I've been following, man, since 2003. I remember looking online and looking up semi-pro basketball, minor league basketball, and the ABA popped up, and I followed them for years. I'm talking about years. And what I found out is that nothing never lasts in the ABA. Now they do. I think they don't. I think they market themselves decently, but I think that the league that kind of took their spot in the semi-pro world and the minor league world has been the TBL, just because they know how to market themselves. The ABA is kind of old school. They're trying to get back at it, but I think that the hot team to go to right now is the TBL with the Lindy Waters third situation. He played for the TBL, ended up with the G League, and now he's playing. Now he's on the opening roster and he's playing with the Golden State Warriors. If you got a guy, one guy can push your league up to the next level because there's other guys that want to follow their footsteps. So, will I recommend the ABA? It depends. It really depends on what you're looking for. If you're a guy that's not trying to move up levels and you just want to hoop and you got a good team, go ahead, squad up, go ahead and play for them. It's only 20 games, right? But if you're a guy who wants to move your career to the next level, be very wary of the ABA. Not the ABA as a whole, but the team. Look up the owner. Make sure they got establishment. Make sure that those guys don't have forfeits. Make sure that team has a schedule where guys show up and play. Because nothing worse that you travel to a city and the team's name is there. And you like, bro, why are we here? The other team don't even give you the kind of courtesy to say that they cancel the game. So you have stuff like that in the ABA. And semi-pro you do as well. But because of these teams, these fly-by-night teams, a lot of guys don't even understand what it means to be professional basketball owners. But I think that it can work for you if you work for it. So I'm not saying no, because it has been established since 1999. So the league's been a while. But go to a good team. Don't just play for your local market because an ABA team popped up. If it popped up that first year, wait. I would rather for you to travel to 2 or 3 hours to play for a good team versus you playing for that home team that has just been established and they don't have enough money to book or to get a gym. So this is Lucky Murray Minor League Basketball. Let me know what you think about this. Have you played for the ABA? Write in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the comment section below. But like always, until next time, people.